What's up, guys? It's Simi Boxing, and I just finished up watching Gabriel Rosado versus Daniel Jacobs, which is a 12-rounder in the super middleweight division, on Friday, November 27th, from the Seminole Hard Rock Casino and Hotel in Hollywood, Florida, and it was broadcasted on DAZN. And let me say this first: I personally scored the fight 115 to 113 in favor of Gabriel Rosado. It was a split decision win ultimately, but one weird thing that happened was the fight was originally announced as a split decision win for Gabriel Rosado. The announcer said, "From Philadelphia." And then they raised the hand of Gabriel Rosado. Then he said Daniel Jacobs, so he messed up the city where Daniel Jacobs was from. Instead of saying Brooklyn, New York, he said Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I was like, wow, what an upset. But no, they robbed Gabriel Rosado as usual. The fight was very boring, but that was what Rosado needed. And I gotta say, since Danny Jacobs left Andre Rozier, he's looked terrible. With the first fight at super middleweight against Chavez Jr., he looked stiff like this fight, except in that fight he landed more. This fight, he did nothing. This whole fight, and I don't think he deserved that win there. Rosado did more. He showed heart, and I believe he should have got the victory. And that would have been an excellent victory for him. Considering all the tough fights he's been through, he finally gets a breakthrough and beats a top guy, but no, they rob him. Ultimately, Gabriel Rosado getting another defeat. I believe it's his 13th defeat, while Danny Jacobs improves to 37-3. No one saw this coming. Like, nobody. He was a 20-1 favorite, was Danny Jacobs, and he does that. He looked terrible. Robbery, in my opinion. Pure robbery. One of the judges scored a 115-113 Rosado. The other two, 115-113 for Jacobs. I predicted a mid-fight stoppage win for Danny Jacobs, like did everyone else. Everyone expected either a late stoppage or a mid-stoppage for Danny Jacobs to win. But no, anything but that happened. Rosado would just try and counter him in between rounds. I mean, really, there wasn't really any action throughout the whole fight. Besides, I guess you could say at the end of the round, and most of them, Rosado would just try and land some flurries to make sure he wins those rounds, and he had a very good jab. I gotta say, that jab for Rosado looked very, very good. There wasn't really any big shots landed besides like two straights from Rosado and then two hooks from Jacobs. But overall, I think this was a total robbery. But what's next for Danny Jacobs after getting this bad win, I guess you would say? It looked terrible for him. I'm not sure who's going to fight. Honestly, I can't really predict anything right now because Canelo's busy with Smith. Caleb Plant's with PBC. All of those guys. Like, I don't really see him fighting a Billy Joe Sanders. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, after the fight on Friday next week, Sanders will be taking on Martin Murray, and I think Sanders wins that fight. So maybe we might be seeing Sanders versus Jacobs in 2021. I'm not sure, but that's the most likely fight that he could get for a title in the super middleweight division, I guess you would say. But I'm not really too sure which contender he will face, but I think the next fight for him will probably be a Billy Joe Sanders showdown for the WBO super middleweight world title. But for Gabriel Rosado, I definitely think this could set up possibly a bigger fight for him since he's looked so good in this fight against a guy who's arguably the top super middleweight. He did look very good. He was able to stay in that fight and possibly win on all or most of the fan scorecards and one of the judges' scorecards. So overall, very boring fight and a good performance from Gabriel Rosado. Very unimpressive win for Danny Jacobs as he improves to 37-3 with 30 knockouts. And yeah, that's really it. I'm Amy Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.